All right, guys. So let's do part two of this morning's video where I talked about the black market and the money grab. So this is else what Mrs. P and I were talking about. And we've all seen, you, me, and pretty much anybody in the intelligent community knows what's going on in India. And that there are thousands upon thousands of people dying daily of what they're calling the Indian variant of COVID. Okay. Now, this kind of goes into what I was telling you this morning about the socialized medicine and everything. Mind you, this India is a highly populated country, about 1.3 billion people. Okay, so about 4 times the population of the United States on about 1/3 of the landmass. Now, Indians are also, or India is also a very poor country. I mean, and again, y'all have seen videos. Go watch the movie Slumdog Millionaire. I mean, go watch uh, what was the Disney one? The Disney one did the one, maybe 10 years ago or whatever, with the Pittsburgh Pirates trying to find pitchers out of India. Okay, we've all seen it, right? And just like any other country, there are uber rich and there are poor. What India really lacks is a large middle class. And again, we're talking about the guidebook here that our politicians are following. Now, in India, same thing. People don't have a whole lot of money. And like I was mentioning in this morning's video, when you get into socialized medicine, they don't have the ability to, the state hospitals don't have the ability to take care of all the people. There was an interview done where you had doctors and health ministers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that basically said they don't have the money to treat all the people in the state hospitals. Okay, again, socialized medicine type stuff, state hospitals. We can't, there'd be people waiting in line for hours for a couple of aspirin. Well, if you don't have, we go to the dollar store and buy a bottle of aspirin or whatever it would be, okay? But when you don't have $1 to buy aspirin, you have to go to the doctor and get it. So these state hospitals don't have the medicines to give to people for this strain. Now, I want you to realize something. 80% of all the world's medicines, stuff that's upstairs in your medicine cabinet in your bathroom, is made in India. Okay. So for India, for the country to say they don't have the medicine is complete bullshit, because they have the medicine. It's just more profitable for them to sell it to the United States, to Canada, to Germany, to Great Britain, to Australia, to China, to Japan, to pick whatever. It's just more profitable to sell it rather than to take care of their own people. That's how that's what I'm saying on black market and the money grab. The Indian government is, it's more profit, it's better for them to sell the drugs than to take care of their own people. Again, same thing that is going to be happening. This is the path that we are on in the US, in Canada, in Australia, with all this socialized crap. All right. Now, think about it from a politician's point of view. Politician goes, well, gee, we have a problem and we're not taking care of the people. Politician's chance of getting reelected are zero. And if he comes up and says, well, I'm not taking care of you, you're not reelecting him. So what the answer is to say, oh, this is a problem for which there's no solution, i.e., let's call it a new strain of COVID. Okay? And so we're doing everything we can with this new strain. We haven't figured out how to solve it yet. I'm working as hard as I can to get a solution for this. Reelect me. Okay. Mr. Drug Company, would you please slide a little bit of that money there? Grease this palm here. Okay. And like I said, this ain't a U.S. thing. This is how politics works in Russia. This is how politics works in India. And the U.S. politicians, I'm assuming the Canadian politicians and the British and Australian and New Zealand and everybody else, is catching on going, hey, this is a great idea for us to get rich. Screw everybody else. So this is what they're trying to do, guys. They're taking our money and holding us hostage, our lives hostage, for our own money. Because what's going to happen next? All right. And, who knows if it's the vax or whatever it is. We all have seen all the stories on the side effects. Okay. But, the question always comes up is what's going to be the future? I mean, vax has been out for since election day, the day after election day. So it's November 7th. And here it is, it's May 8th. So it's December, January, February, March, April. 6 months ago yesterday, or 2 days ago. Okay, so vax has been out 6 months. There's been, clinical trials. The clinical trial is the guinea pigs that are taking it right now. So let's go out to this fall. And what's going to happen when the latest variant, now this is the, Indonesian variant. This is the Uruguayan variant. This is the pick something, okay, the Polish variant. Because there's going to be something else. And now it's going to be, we won't call it a variant. Now we'll call it COVID-21. Now we're going to call it COVID-22. Now we're going to call it whatever. Oh, and you know what? We already know the company that's so successful in making the vaccine, so we'll do it with them again. Grease this palm. Come on, let me see some of that greenbacks. You see what they've created a circle, and people are just going to go, can I have another one? Please stick me again in the arm. It's been 6 months since I've had my last fix. Please give me another one. Okay, this is the stupidity that people are buying into left and right like crazy. And again, you see it in India, you see it in Russia. And those are just the countries that I know of. Okay, and God knows there's more of this going on in other countries. But again, look at how this works. The Czech Republic, Sputnik 5. Okay, that's the Russian variant of the vax. The Czech Republic accepts the somebody to come into the country who's had Sputnik 5. France doesn't. So now, if you're a Russian citizen and you want to go to France, you have to get another vaccine? Well, Pfizer's right there going, hey, we'll give it to you. Just give me some of this, man. Just give me some of this. None of this stuff makes any sense at all, okay? Which ones work, which ones don't, why countries are saying, yes, this one, we're going to accept this one, we're going to not. I want to say it was Norway that said one of the companies' jabs is outlawed because of all the side effects. How in the hell are you supposed to figure this one out? Well, gee, let's see. If I've had this one, I can go to this country. Can you imagine making your vacation plans? I mean, not that anybody's doing this, but, because hell, it's hard enough to get on an airplane these days. But let's just say you're making your vacation plans and you got the money and you want to go to Europe. Well, gee, honey, which vax did we have? Because I know they wouldn't, we couldn't pick it. So they just told us whichever one they had was available was the one we get. Did we get the Moderna one? Did we get the J&J one? Did we get the Pfizer one? Oh, we got this one. Okay, so we're allowed to go to these countries, but we're not allowed to go to these countries. But hell, if we have a plane, a connecting flight, we can't land in that country to go back because they won't let us get off. Do you see how stupid this is getting? Because you have all these politicians trying to get their palms greased and all these greedy companies, and I'm a capitalist, okay? But all these greedy companies who are going, crap, how can we make money? They're all in bed with the politicians. Don't think they aren't, okay? Across the country. I don't care who it is, pick one. It's, it's Sony, it's Amazon, I don't care. It's Volkswagen, pick a company. They're all in cahoots with the politicians. But they're all trying to figure out how they can stay here or get higher by pushing the rest of us down here. And again, we've talked about this over and over and over again. This is how feudalism is working, and this is the weapon they are using against us on it. All right. So that was part 2. I wanted to give you the rest of it. You guys needed to know the India part 2 and what's going on. So that's it for Sunday, unless, hell, who knows? Another cyber attack happens on a pipeline. I don't know. Have a good rest of the day. Maybe I won't see you till tomorrow, but we don't know. Pinball out.